that, and I want to introduce Yolanda Whitaker. Everybody know her as Yo-Yo. She'll tell you about what she does. It's an honor to have her here, and if you guys would give her a hand, a warm, warm welcome for her coming out to support this effort to encourage you guys, I'd appreciate it. Come on, Yo-Yo.
How you guys doing? Thank you for having me, of course, as always. I love the mission and I love the journey. I come out today as an artist, a teacher, a mother, a sister, an activist, and a child of God to encourage and to motivate and to let you know a little bit about my story, my blessings, and my journey to becoming fearless. Born and raised right here in Los Angeles. But if you don't know, I started out with Ice Cube back in 1990. I'm his protege. You can't put my yo-yo Bonnie and Clyde. But I'm here to talk to you about my transition from being an artist to finding my place as a young businesswoman and entrepreneur. And I have two stories I want to tell you that hopefully can encourage and motivate as it did for me. It's a story when I turned 30. I was turning 30. I, as a young woman, especially being a handful of female MCs, it's not that many of us, and then trying to find that transition in life wasn't easy for me. And of course, I was like, well, God, leave 30. What do I do now? Where am I going to go now? What am I going to do? Of course, my older sister was like everybody else, get a job. But for me, being an artist since I was 17, straight out of Washington High School, it wasn't easy for me to just do that. So I was like, well, what am I going to do? So I went back to, I researched to, well, I moved to Jersey, and I enrolled into Bergen Community College, and I said, well, what am I going to take up? So I went home and I researched some women that I admired, and Debbie Allen was one, and she studied liberal arts. And I said, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my associate's degree in liberal arts. So I started taking business classes and management classes and working on my associate's degree in liberal arts. And then I said, they said, well, you know, Lee Strasberg acting school was down the street. You should take, I mean, over the brick, over the Howard Tunnel. It'd be good you can get in that school because it's a great theater art, sense memory acting class. And I said, well, that's perfect. Because I was thinking of what could I do. I'm like, okay, well, acting, because I played Kilo Low and I did those roles. But I wanted more roles. I wanted better roles. I know how to play the homegirl, roll your eyes and smack you. That wasn't nothing for me. I wanted to be a teacher, a lawyer, and I just didn't want to be stereotyped as our average black women because I started realizing as I got older that I was a role model. And all these years of me being 17 and having journalists ask me, are you a role model? Do you think you play a part in these kids' life? Mind you, I was 17 when I started, and all those years I had told them, no, it's our parents' responsibility. I'm not a role model. Telling parents to raise their own kids, we can't be responsible. But as I started going out and getting outside of my environment, going outside of South Central, realizing there was a South Central Los Angeles in every community, and those kids were looking up to us. They were seeing, we were bringing our community into their community. We was telling our story into theirs, and they were making it their story because they thought we was a star. We were their role models. The young girls were wearing their braids, and you know they was smacking their hips, and I'm the type of girl that's down for my, you know, and so it just started. It just hit me like, wow, I am a role model, and it just made me feel like how stupid I was. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go audition to get into Lee Strasberg, and I did, and I got in, thank God. And 2 years at Bergen Community College and 2 years at Lee Strasberg, I was ready to come back to Los Angeles, thinking I was gonna get me a job. But mind you, I came back to do music all over again. I had ran from music to come back to do music because what I went for, it was my journey to becoming fearless. I went to school to find truth. I thought I didn't have to fake it anymore. I was being pretentious. I thought that I was being what the industry wanted me to be. I was portraying myself thinking I was a star when really I was just an average person, and people would love me and respect me more if I behaved as a normal average person. But I thought that I had to be this certain kind of person, and I didn't know how to act. School taught me that. It taught me to not be afraid. I didn't have to think I knew everything. It was okay to ask questions. It was okay to say I didn't know. And could you explain yourself? What does that word mean? And acting taught me that acting is not acting. Acting is truth. Don't fake like you're crying unless you're really crying. If you can't find that emotion in you, then you're not really doing it. So all this time I have been searching, I have been yo-yo, all of my life. And me going away thinking I was trying to do something else and look for something else, I went to find Yolanda because I was hiding Yolanda within YoYo. And I just couldn't find myself. It was the first time I'd ever been to dinner by myself, first time I'd ever been to the movies by myself, first time I'd ever rode without an entourage because I always thought I needed these people. Didn't want to go into Kmart, didn't want to go in here because I thought that I had this image that what YoYo doing in Kmart? What YoYo? My mother used to always say, girl, come to this thrift store. I'm telling you, they got everything. I'm not going to the thrift. No, I'm not going there. Now I'm like, where's that thrift store? I want to go, but because you have this image of who people think you supposed to be, and that's not who you supposed to be. They are looking up to you. And that's why I talk to the kids about image and about being real, and because we are role models, and not just because I'm a rapper. You're a role model because of the way you dress. You're a role model because of the way you give somebody a certain kind of energy, or you might give them a certain kind of attention. They admire that about you. You don't have to be on TV for people to admire you. People love me. Not, I don't think they love me because I'm YoYo. They notice me because I'm YoYo. But then when they get to know me, I think they understand